Breath of the Wild Link comes as two different versions, the standard release and a deluxe edition that includes a Epona, a hood, and a few additional weapons. Unfortunately, neither of them include his Master Sword, which is instead included with the Zelda Nendoroid. So if you want the full playset for Link, you're going to have to shell out quite a bit of cash. To start off, Link's hair has some awesome highlights and shading that gives it a lot of depth on top of an already interesting sculpt. His clothes also have a lot of clean, fine detail that makes him interesting to look at, even straight out of the box. And I just noticed he's wearing 3 belts, like, what? Of course, the Sheikah Slate is included, and Link comes with a pair of hands to hold it. It's a nice addition, but I think any of his weapon poses are going to be more appealing. He pulls off a neutral pose well, and looks cool even outside of action poses. A cool feature of his shield and sword allows him to be stored on his back, making Link look well prepared for a fight. Link can pull off this impressive and iconic midair shooting pose with style. It takes quite a bit of effort to even get him to hold the bow and arrow correctly, but I think it's definitely worth the trouble. Moving on to the sword and shield, his posing options are fairly standard. The bent leg doesn't add too much, and without the Master Sword, he really won't be as cool as he could be. The shield is on a ball joint, which allows you to angle it in a few different directions, so you can usually get it looking pretty good as a result. Overall, I think Link is fine. There are so many accessories that could have worked well with him that weren't included, and naturally it feels a tiny bit disappointing when comparing the Nendoroid to the entire gamut of activities and items from the game. His list price for the standard edition seems a bit high, and especially considering he has a deluxe edition that still doesn't come with everything, it's a bit of a bummer. But on sale, I think he can be worth it. He's cute and cool, and I think that's enough for a lot of Breath of the Wild fans. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you again next week.